Hi, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your Venus retrograde reading for you. Now, before we begin this reading, I have an exciting announcement. I am open to private readings, so if you're interested in a private reading, in an animal healing, or a meditation, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, and you can book a healing, a meditation, or a private reading with me. If you're also interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they are also listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we'll have to be mindful of during this retrograde, this Venus retrograde. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have the Nine of Cups reversed. We cannot be feeling celebrated. We can be feeling kind of overwhelmed or overlooked, like others aren't coming to this table with us. So we can also feel kind of one-sided in relationships or in what we're desiring to come forward. Just be mindful of that energy. It doesn't mean that it has to come to fruition. It just means that we can feel a little bit neglected during this time. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And here we have wisdom reversed. We cannot be feeling very wise. We can actually have a tendency to be really second guessing ourselves during this time. So just being aware of that we are wise, that we don't need to second guess ourselves all the time is going to be super important. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh. Okay. So let's start off before we dive into the tarot. Let's start off with this time astrologically speaking. So we have Venus retrograde in Leo for the first time in 8 years. So in almost a decade, we're revisiting this energy that we haven't seen in such a long time. So what were relationships like 8 years ago? Asking ourselves this question. It could be something where we're like, oh wow, this is really exciting to be stepping into this energy again. Or wow, I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. So just be aware of this during this time. Now, this is a 40-day period to reflect on our relationships, to really reconnect with what's in our heart and honor ourselves in our relationships and say, am I honoring myself in my relationships? And this isn't just romantic relationships, these are all relationships in all facets of our existence. This is an intense time. Venus retrograde is intense, but it's not a bad time. So just be aware of that. Venus retrograde can bring back old flames, heal past wounds, and really let us move forward. But it can also bring back people who are really passionate, really vibrant within our life. So just be aware of this. Be aware of that passion, that vibrancy, that intensity that people from the past can be kind of knocking on our door. So that's going to be a very interesting thing. And again, it doesn't have to be just romantic relationships. It's people who had a passionate impact on our world. It's time to rediscover our individuality and our self worth. And it's time to reconnect with what's in our hearts and really get in touch with our passion and the passion in our lives, like what we are passionate about. Now, do be aware that this Venus retrograde can also affect our spending habits. We want to be seen, we want to be validated. It has us going for big ticket items, it has us going for name brands, it has us wanting to be validated with our purchases, really kind of going off of what other people want, what other people value, what other people say, wow, this is really exclusive and worth it, instead of what we say, oh, wow, I really want this, or I really value this, or I really need this. So just be aware of that. It can also alter our relationship with beauty and with fashion and with the arts because, again, we're looking for the validation from others instead of the validation from within ourselves. Now, also know that Venus retrograde can bring out scandals. Again, it can bring out scandals and hidden love affairs. So just be aware of this. Now it's interesting. We have the Nine of Cups reversed, and here we have the Nine of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. We're in a good place, even if at times we don't feel that way. So just be aware of this. Be aware of being in the present. It is going to be so easy to be in the past, to be worried about the past, and to be worried about the future. Being in the present, right here, right now, is going to be one of the best things that we can do for ourselves. Mind your purse, mind your money, mind where it's going. Don't listen to somebody blindly because that's just not going to be good for you. And see yourself moving forward in your prosperity and in your success, in what you desire within your life. Now, the Three of Swords has us really looking at heartbreaks, pains, and disappointments during this time. And it's interesting that it comes right before the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is being celebrated. We can have heartbreaks and pains that are coming forward that are from the past or that happen right now, but they're also coming in tandem with celebrations, with a sense of moving forward, moving towards what we love, moving towards what we desire. So just be aware that this can be a little bit of a roller coaster ride for us. The Three of Swords is asking us to face the fears that we have, the hurts that have wounded us, that have overwhelmed us, that have kept us pinned down, pinned back, held back in a way that we just don't want to be anymore. And this is going to be a time where we're stepping out of the hurt and the pain and the disappointment that we have been in. We're stepping out of heartbreak and, hiding away. And it's like, no, I'm not living in this pain anymore. I'm not being defined by this. There's a sense that our world got small. Three heartbreaks, three pains, three disappointments. Our world got small. And it's interesting because when our world gets small, things that happen seem so very big. When our world is bigger, it's not as in our face. So with the Three of Swords, understanding that we need to look at what has hurt us, what has overwhelmed us, what has held us in pain or in fear and in heartbreak and in disappointment, and say, I see you. I see you. I live with you, but you're not ruling my life and you're not ruining my life. And we're looking at our heartbreaks. We're looking at our fears and we're saying it's time to take back what I love. And it moves us then to the Three of Cups. We're having like this revolution during this time, which is fantastic. And it's saying, this is what I love. This is what I desire. I'm being celebrated. I am being embraced. I am moving forward in a pageantry, and brilliance of self. And we're having people celebrate us, and we're celebrating us. And that is a huge thing. With the Page of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We are students of our passion and what we desire. We're seeing the way that we can move forward, and we're seeing what we want to move forward to. Connecting with our sacral chakra is going to be very important. There's a tendency during this time for things to just be a little bit colored in gray. When you have memories of things that weren't like really happy times, it's always like that sepia effect, that graying, that dulling down of the colors. Just be aware of that. This is a time to connect with, again, our sacral chakra, with our passion, our creativity, our insight, our ideas, to say, I am moving forward towards what I want, towards what I desire within my life, towards what I need for me. There is also a need to embrace our vitality energy. So tapping on our tailbone, letting that vitality energy flow through our bodies. There's like a fertility to us, not a have a child fertility, but a sense of creative, inspirational, powerful, passion moving through our bodies. It's our life energy that we are embracing and we're letting ourselves shine. So that's going to be a very big thing. Spirit is giving you messages all the time, connected with sacred feminine energy, but also feminine energy of those who have passed on. So just be aware of this. Be aware that you're connecting with your heart, your passion, your desire, what you love. Vibrancy is going to be so important for you during this time. Rich colors, bright colors, vibrant colors, that's going to be really important. With the Seven of Pentacles reversed, this is no longer time to be patient. We've been patient, we've been tolerant, we've been waiting. This is a time of seeing the fruits of our labors come forward, and that's going to be astoundingly rewarding. It moves us then to the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is facing battles that we have faced before, and it's coming out the victor. It's also really setting down boundaries with certain people in certain situations. And we can feel mean about it, but it's not being mean. The Five of Swords, think of it in medieval terms, because these are medieval cards, right? There wasn't a sense of a fair winner. Well, there was, but it wasn't the way that we think of things today. You destroyed your enemies. You salted the fields. Like, you left nothing unturned. And you took your victories and you took it. Because if you didn't, somebody else would take them from you. And it's not embracing the dog eat dog world. And it's not saying go back to medieval times, they had the best, morals or standards or whatever, because they didn't. But it is saying here, my victories are my victories. And I take away my opponent's weapons, their ability to hurt me. And I embrace my power, my insight, my ideas, and where I need to be for me. I open up to my passion and what I desire in my life. And it brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. It's the Fool. It's the sense that we can kind of overcompensate for wanting to relieve ourselves of hurt, pain, and disappointment and just go for it. It's like, okay, I'm just going to go after what I want and kind of jump off the cliff and see what happens. It can be a great idea and it can be not so great idea. So just be mindful about this. Maybe a little bit too enthused at times. It moves us then to the white light reverse. We need to focus on healing ourselves, to surrounding ourselves with healing energy, loving energy, compassionate energy to move forward in our blessing and in ourself. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Page of Cups reversed. We can find it overwhelming to embrace our heart and our emotions, focusing on our heart energy, but also acknowledging the energy that makes us angry, that makes us upset, that holds us back is going to be a super important thing. There is a sense of inspiration coming from the most unlikely places and letting ourselves connect with that inspiration, with that love, and with that grace. We can be overwhelmed by emotions, and that's okay. But this is a time where we feel almost like a child adrift, inwardly. And this is a time to take a deep breath in, to say, I get to focus on my heart, on what I love. And we've almost been afraid to. But now we are centering ourselves. We need to center ourselves around love and let love and healing move us forward. Let happiness be a part of our lives. Because there's a fear like, what if I embrace my heart? And what if things don't work out the way that I wanted them to? And it's like, yeah, but what if they do? Or what if it doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to, but it becomes more than you had anticipated, more than you had imagined? It's different. But what if the different is better? All right. All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.